You're watching a Highwire Media podcast.
Welcome to the Talkin' Texas Rangers podcast. I'm your host, as always, Larry Leese, and this week we're diving into all the latest headlines from around Global Life Field. Before we do that, we'd like to remind you that you can find us on all major podcast platforms if you're looking for the audio version of this episode. And with that, let's dive right in to some of the latest news. Bochy blows up, the bats go cold, and an X helps from afar. The Texas Rangers have had a bit of a roller coaster of a season, and unfortunately the ride is in another valley. Heading into the Silver Boot Series, Bruce Bochy's club was red hot and had gotten back into the thick of the AL West race. However, some slip-ups led to the Rangers only splitting a series it could have swept, and after an off day, the team ran into a buzzsaw that is the New York Yankees. On Tuesday night, the team lost 5-2 and saw several of the same struggles that have plagued it all season. That means that the offense struggled despite ample chances to drive in runs, and the bullpen struggled to keep the game within reach. The Texas Rangers have now lost 2 straight and are only 1 game over 500 on the season. A frustration seemed to be boiling over, and after watching his team blow chance after chance at scoring a run, especially a bases-loaded one-out situation that saw Jock Peterson and Marcus Semien each strike out to end the inning, Bochy had seen enough. He was ejected for calling balls and strikes, but after the game, he admitted he was just really angry about the way his offense has played for most of the season, saying, quote, "It was probably a series of games that led up to it. The pitch was a strike, but more than the tough run we're on right now, not getting some calls. It hurts us in some games, and so it's more frustration than anything else. But we still need to go out there and swing better." The Rangers manager has been around for many, many years, and that was never more obvious than on Tuesday night, when his ejection meant that he moved into number 6 on the list of most times a manager has been ejected. That number is ironic because last week he moved into number 6 of all time among managerial wins, jumping Sparky Anderson. This record is a bit more funny than historical, but it does show just how long he's been around. Despite the loss, Texas didn't lose any ground on the first place Seattle Mariners. That's because the M's lost to 1-0 to the Chicago White Sox. While that's certainly embarrassing, it was also interesting that the Rangers had a hand in the loss. In a way, Chicago started Adrian Hauser, who was recently released by the Rangers after spending the start of the season with Round Rock. He was cut loose last week and picked up by the Pale Horse, and now he's helping his former franchise stay in an AL West race. Now, of course, if there's anything I get wrong or anything I should have covered, let me know. The Texas Rangers looked like they were going to have a breakout against Evil Empire on Wednesday night after 2 home runs by Jake Berger and Sam Haggerty. Bruce Bochy's squad took a 3-1 lead late into the game. Unfortunately, the Rangers bullpen wasted yet another great start by Jacob DeGrom and couldn't hold the lead. Luke Jackson allowed a game-tying single to Aaron Judge in the 8th, and then a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th to Jasson Dominguez, going home with a 4-3 defeat. With Thursday's game very much endangered due to inclement weather, it's possible that the Texas Rangers just got swept. They will hope to get to play and salvage a win in the series starting at 11:30. Of course, by this time the episode is airing, we'll probably know what happened. Among the real downers in the loss is that Bochy's squad wasted what was Jake Berger's 6th 2-home run game of his career. The first baseman had been on fire since being recalled from Round Rock, and is finally starting to look like the slugger they thought they acquired in the offseason. The question now is whether his power surge will be too little too late for a Rangers team that once again looks out of answers. There's still plenty of time in the season, but the losses that should have been wins are starting to pile up. If wasting 2 homers by Berger wasn't bad enough, they're wasting the ultra-rare home run by Sam Haggerty was certainly adding insult to injury. Haggerty has been just okie dokie since being recalled from Round Rock, but he had a decent night on Wednesday. His homer put the Rangers up 3-1, and it felt like that was just a cushion. By losing, it means the team wasted what was his first home run against a right-handed pitcher since 2022. A rookie record set by then Dodger shortstop Corey Seager back in 2015 was tied by another Dodgers infielder, Jasson Kim, late last week. Kim reached base in 9 consecutive plate appearances last week. The streak began on Wednesday, May 14th against the A's when he singled off Gunnar Hoagland and ended Friday, May 16th after grounding out in the bottom of the 8th. Maybe someday he'll be a World Series hero for the Texas Rangers and really follow in Corey Seager's footsteps. And now on to our next topic. An ex-Texas star plays hero for a new team, much to the Rangers' chagrin. It wasn't necessarily a bottom of the 9th grand slam to win the game by a run. The Rangers and their fans got a small taste of what it could mean to have Leody Taveras playing and succeeding for the hated AL West rival Seattle Mariners. The man who punched his ticket as a center fielder more than anyone in team history got a chance to deliver for his new team, and he delivered in a big way. It came in the top of the 8th against Chicago White Sox reliever Mike Vasil. Taveras barreled a pitch out over the plate and hit it 391 feet over the right center field wall to give the Mariners a 6-5 lead, and they would win by that score. We've seen the speedy center fielder drop the barrel of the bat like that and deposit the ball over the wall, so that's nothing new. However, the Rangers had a chance to not lose any ground on the first-place Mariners and were denied by the former Ranger. Let's not get carried away, though. It's not like Taveras has been tearing the cover off the ball for his new employer. He's now hitting an even .200, and this was his first round tripper and third extra base hit since he arrived in the Pacific Northwest back on May 7th. Taveras ended the game 2 for 4 with 2 go-ahead RBIs. It was also his first multiple-hit game playing for the Mariners. And of course, the Rangers will welcome the switch hitter back to Arlington when Seattle visits Globe Life Field on June 27th to the 29th, and we'll see what kind of form Taveras is in then, but don't be surprised to see him tag his vulnerable bullpen in a high-leverage late-inning situation when he gets here. The Rangers' biggest surprise in 2025 is deserving of more league-wide attention for a good reason. The Texas Rangers franchise famously does not have a Cy Young winning pitcher. It might have one this year. Maul has been a good pitcher, but this year he's just on another level. From Tommy John surgery to a shoulder injury, Tyler Maul was looking for a big rebound in 2025, and it was a big deal for him to come out and show that he belonged in this rotation. This year, Maul has posted a 1.47 ERA in 55 innings, a 5-1 win-loss record, with 40 strikeouts to just 18 walks. These are numbers that can judge the Cy Young voting. It's hard to explain to common fans how impressive he has been. If you watch any game besides the fluke to begin the year against Boston, they will watch somebody in complete control. He's been hitting spots, missing barrels, and just letting his defense play ball. Maul is the type of pitcher that has been popping up across the league recently. The fastball, splitter, slider, and cutter combination is everywhere for good reason, and they are the best pitches in modern-day baseball. Through 10 starts, only Max Fried of the Yankees and Hunter Brown of the Astros have a lower ERA in the American League. Maul's batting average on balls in play is also lower than both at .222 as well, which shows the results aren't a fluke. A key to Maul's success has been the defense. There's no ignoring that they have been phenomenal this season. Maul has only struck out 40 batters in 55 innings, so he is getting weak contact and producing outs. Most modern Cy Young campaigns come with high strikeouts, a low ERA, and a showcase of electric stuff. While Maul doesn't exactly fit that mold, that shouldn't restrict his chances from winning the award. So how exactly has he been able to do it this season? His exit velocities and hard hit percentage numbers, coupled with his incredibly ABIP combined to show that his numbers are sustainable season long. Where the game is telling guys to throw faster, Maul has refined his spin rates and has been dotting every corner possible. After rarely throwing the cutter in his injury-filled 2023 and 2024 season, it has overtaken his slider in frequency. He has thrown 871 pitches this year, 431 fastballs, 247 splitters, 98 cutters, and 95 sliders. Changing his arsenal has been key to missing bats and emphasizing his strengths and abandoning any form of weakness. This has been something that Rangers pitching coach Mac Maddox has been doing for years and is now doing that with Maul and Patrick Corbin. Fans of other teams will look for Fried, Tariq Skubal, Hunter Brown, or even Maul's teammates in DeGrom and Evaldi to be frontrunners. While they are worthy candidates, it's not right that Maul is seen as a guy who will fall off or is already forgotten about. To get an idea of how impressive Maul has been, his ERA plus is .261, his WHIP is .98, allowing only .33 home runs per 9 innings, and a 3.08 FIP. By every measurable aspect besides strikeout rate, Maul is producing to a level almost nobody else is. Looking at the teams these stats are coming against makes it even crazier. 4 of the teams Maul has faced are in the top 10 of runs scored this season, but have combined to score just 7 runs in 31 and 2/3 innings against Maul. This stretch of greatness isn't coming against the worst teams in the league, but is coming against bitter rivals, the top of the AL, and other shockingly good offenses this season. Just because he doesn't throw 100 miles an hour, have a strike per 9 innings of 12, or isn't a household name doesn't mean he's not among the best in the league. In the place where run prevention is the name of the game, nobody has done it much better than Tyler Mahle. And let me know your thoughts on Tyler's performance this season. And do you think he's worthy of a Cy Young Award? But now on to our next topic. And as you can see, the pitching staff is struggling, and the Rangers need to snap up a veteran reliever, before he finally signs elsewhere. There's an unsigned right-hander who's ready to contribute to the Rangers if they make the call. After contributing to 2 late inning collapses in the Silver Boot series over the weekend and in Monday's loss to the Yankees, it's becoming clear that what the Texas Rangers are rolling out of the bullpen isn't enough to hold late inning leads. Currently, the Rangers are sporting a right-handed bullpen consisting of Sean Armstrong, Jacob Webb, Caleb Bushley, and Cole Winn. While they have their moments, they clearly aren't enough. That in mind, why hasn't the organization pulled the trigger on finally re-signing one of Bochy's go-to setup arms last year in David Robertson? In 72 innings, the 40-year-old posted a 3.0 ERA with 99 punchouts and just 27 walks, even collecting a couple of saves in the process. The latest rumors have Robertson possibly going to the Phillies. They were in talks with the 40-year-old pitcher before news broke that their closer, Jose Alvarado, received an 80-game ban on Sunday after testing positive for PEDs. Robertson is purportedly seeking in the neighborhood of $10 million, which isn't an outlandish number for a guy with his track record of success. But we should also remember that Robertson is in his 40s and hasn't pitched in a competitive game since September. The only possible worry about Robertson is that he's an older pitcher who still relies on a 93 to 94 mile an hour fastball as a main component of his arsenal, and he hasn't pitched a competitive inning since September. Last year with the Rangers, however, he didn't show any signs of slowing down as a reliable late-inning arm. It's unlikely Texas finds a better option at this point of the season, and he is just sitting on his couch, waiting to be signed and plugged into high-leverage situations for any team willing to pony up for his services. And that team needs to be the Texas Rangers. And let me know your thoughts on the topics we covered in this episode. And of course, give us a thumbs up if you like our video. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification button to be notified of future videos. And with that, you can find us on all major podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast from. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/TTRangers. As always, everything you give goes right back into this channel and helps us create even more content and better content. So as always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.